Hi everyone, I'm Sarah and this is Budget Sew, where we create stylish, fashionable looks as inexpensively as possible. Today, I'm going to show you my fabric haul from Fabricville online. If you like this video, please subscribe to Budget Sew and follow me on social media at Budget Sew. Just a quick note before we get started. Today, I'm wearing a dress that I refashioned from a blouse. The link to the video with that DIY is right here at the top of the screen. Since I ordered from Fabricville previously, I received an email letting me know there was a sale. Buy 1 meter of fabric, get 2 free. The prices were so low and the fabric so beautiful that I loaded up my online shopping cart. The first fabric is this novelty polyester print peony in navy red. The Fabricville site indicated that this polyester is lightweight and made of fine thread. Although the fabric looks delicate, it tends to be strong and can be used for scarves and overlays. It's best used to sew blouses, dresses, and lined skirts. It's 100% polyester and machine washable. The Fabricville website also suggested Gutermann thread in navy as a match for this fabric, but it may be fun to sew everything in red. This fabric is 59 inches or 150 centimeters wide, and I bought 6 meters. 3 for me and 3 for my mom. I paid $2.99 a meter for a total of $17.94 for 6 meters. I'm going to make new look 6751. New look 6751 is a Mrs. Sleeveless summer dress with a square neckline and a back V neckline. Princess seams. It's an above knee or ankle length with a back slit. It's an easy to sew dress because it has 4 pattern pieces only: the front, the back, front facing, and back facing. My mom bought this pattern for me at the Optimist thrift shop for 25 cents. The link to the video with that pattern haul is right here at the top of the screen. This pattern was uncut and factory folded with all sizes 8 to 18 in the envelope, but I've since cut it out in a size 16. The recommended fabrics are cottons and cotton blends, crepe, crepeback satin, silk linen, suede silks and rayons, and View C in single-edged galloon lace, as well as Dress D in border printed fabrics. All views require one 16-inch zipper and 1 hook and eye. Dress D is cut crosswise on the border print fabric. I chose this pattern for this fabric since it's made for a border print. There's a note on the cutting layout that says, for border printed fabrics, when placing the pattern pieces on the fabric, follow the cutting layout, moving the pieces up or down in relation to the desired positioning of the border on the garment, and allowing for the correct hem allowance. Since this view's layout is for a 45-inch wide fabric, and my fabric is 59 inches wide, I'll be able to add a bit of length to the skirt to cover my knees. The next fabric is brushed knit Lara in navy. It's a medium weight knit that is very soft, has a brushed hand, and stretch for comfort and ease. The description says it's perfect for dresses, sweaters, cardigans, tops, and more. It's 90% polyester and 10% spandex, and machine washable. It's 63 inches wide or 160 centimeters wide, and I ordered 6 meters as part of their buy 1, get 2 meters free sale. 3 meters for me and 3 meters for my mom. This broke down to $5.78 a meter. After I placed my order, Fabricville emailed me to let me know that there was a shortage of this fabric. They only had 5.4 meters in stock, and it was in 2 pieces. One was 3.8 meters and the other was 1.6. So my mom and I are going to pin our patterns on the fabric at the same time to plan how to get the best use out of the fabric. I'm going to make Butterick 6680, a close-fitting dress with side gathers, neck and armhole bands, and a slightly flared hem in 3 lengths. View A is above the mid-knee length. View B is below mid-knee length, and view C is ankle length. There is no provision for an above waist adjustment on this pattern. The size ranges are 8 to 14 and 14 to 22. I ordered the 14 to 22 size range because I plan to make this in a size 16. The recommended fabrics are moderate stretch knits with 35% cross-grain stretch, such as jersey, interlock, cotton knits, and rayon knits. All views require 3/8 of a yard of 1/4 inch elastic. I'm not sure if I'm going to make view B, the below the knee version, or view C, the ankle length version, or maybe I'll make it an in-between T-length version. I'm going to accessorize this dress with a big brimmed hat and a lightweight cardigan. The next fabric is corded lace Virginia in dark blue. The description says lace adds a classic touch to your bridal or special occasion dresses. The only limit is your imagination. The lace is 100% polyester but should be hand washed. The fabric is 45 to 47 inches or 110 to 145 centimeters wide, and I bought 3 meters. This lace was part of their buy 1 meter, get 2 meters free sale. The original price of the fabric was $59.97, but I paid $20.40, which broke down to $6.80 a meter. Instead of a special occasion dress, I'm going to make new look 6434, a top with fabric variations. This stylish Mrs. Top pattern features a boxy tee with elbow-length sleeves, short sleeves with a contrast band, sleeveless with a flounce hem, and a short sleeve lace top with a sleeve flounce. This top is an easy to sew pattern and comes in sizes 10 to 22, all in one envelope. The suggested fabrics for views A, B, and C are chiffon, cotton lawn, cotton types, crepe de chine, double georgette, silky types, and voile. View D in galloon edged lace and galloon edged eyelet. This pattern requires 1.5 inch length of elastic cord for the button loop closure at the back of the neck, and 1/2 inch button, as well as 1 package of 1/2 inch wide single fold bias tape. View C also requires 1 5/8 inch of 1 inch wide galloon lace. View D is perfect for this fabric. The top is not lined, but I have a camisole in the exact same color of blue, so I might not have to line it. If I change my mind and decide to line it, I'll take a peek to see what Fabricville has on sale. I bought another elegant special occasion fabric called embroidered mesh in navy. This embroidered mesh with a floral pattern provides a classic look for dresses, overlays, and other feminine apparel. The mesh is beaded with a hint of glitter. It's 100% polyester but must be hand washed. It's 52 inches or 132 centimeters wide, and I bought 3 meters since it was also part of the buy 1, get 2 meters free sale. It was on sale for $5.77 a meter. The original price of the fabric was $50.97, but I paid $17.32, a savings of $33.65. I was going to use this fabric to make the tarragon skirt from Mood, but when I went to download the pattern, I saw that it was a circle skirt, and recently I bought a circle skirt pattern from simplicity.com. Instead of downloading the same pattern, I'm going to use McCall's 8205 and cut the overskirt the length of the McCall's pattern, and the underskirt 2.5 to 3 inches shorter than the overskirt as detailed in the Mood instructions. Instead of having a seam down the front of the skirt like McCall's 8205, I'm going to lay out my fabric and pattern as Mood detailed to remove the center front seam. A little more about McCall's 8205. This pattern is for full circle skirts in short, midi, and ankle length, and has a waistband and side seam pockets. This is a Learn to Sew Level 2 pattern which teaches how to sew a bias seam and how to stitch a curved hem. It comes in 2 size variations, extra small to medium and large to double extra large. The recommended fabrics are cotton blends, gingham, sateen, and poplin. A 7-inch or 18-centimeter zipper and hook and eye are required. This sewing pattern has been on my inspiration board for a while. I really like the idea of a skirt in 2 similar tones of color. I thought that I would have to hang up this skirt before I hem it, since it has bias seams and a curved hem, but the instructions didn't indicate that. What do you think? Should I hang it up before I hem it? Please leave me a note in the comments below. Then there's knit lining in black. This stretch lining is perfect to line, knit, and lace fabric. It's 59 inches or 150 centimeters wide, and I bought 3 meters. It's 100% polyester and machine washable. This fabric was $5.59 a meter for a total of $16.77 for 3 meters. This fabric is for my mom, and she plans to make Butterick 6528. This loose-fitting jacket has a shaped hemline and a contrast neck and sleeve bands. The close-fitting tops have a contrast neckband and sleeve variations. The pull-on shorts and pants have an elasticized waist. It's an easy-to-sew pattern and is available in 2 size ranges, extra small to medium and large to double extra large. My mom has this pattern in the smaller size range, and I have it in the larger one. This pattern is designed for moderate stretch knits only with 35% cross-grain stretch, such as jersey, French terry, sweatshirt fleece, interlock, and novelty knit. The contrast of views A, B, and C in rib knit, and this pattern is unsuitable for obvious diagonals. Views A, B, and C require a 1/4 yard or 0.3 meters of seam binding, and views D and E need 1.5 yards or 1.4 meters of 1-inch elastic. My mom is going to make the pants of view E and use some of the fabric for the contrast neckband. I think she's leaning towards a bolder color for the view C top, but is going to tie them both together nicely with the matching neckband. The next fabric is also from my mom. It's called Printed Canvas Tic-Tac-Toe Polka Dots in Burgundy. This medium weight craft canvas is durable and it's perfect for sewing pants, vests and jackets, skirts, dresses, bags, and children's clothing. It can also be used for pillows and home decor. This fabric is 100% cotton and machine washable. This canvas is 44 inches or 112 centimeters wide, and I bought 3 meters for my mom. It was also part of their buy 1 meter, get 2 meters free sale, so it was $20.40 total, or $6.80 a meter, a savings of $39.57. My mom is going to make a few items out of the canvas, which is a match to the solid polyester dahlia in maroon from our last Fabricville order. The first is Simplicity 9508, a pattern for sling bags. Sleek crossbody bags for traveling to the office, outdoors, and beyond. There are 2 sizes with an adjustable back strap. The first is 13.5 inches high by 7 inches wide by 2.5 inches deep, and the other is 15.5 inches high by 7 inches wide by 2.5 inches deep. This pattern is designed for woven fabrics such as home decorating fabrics, cotton and cotton blends, ripstop, chino, canvas, pre-quilted fabric, and synthetic leather. The lining may be made from lining fabric or cotton and cotton blends. All views require 1 5/8 of a yard of 1-inch webbing, a 1/4 of a yard of 1/4 inch wide elastic, 2 9-inch zippers, 2 7-inch zippers, 2 1-inch D-rings, 1 slide buckle, 1 1-inch swirl clasp, and 1 parachute clip. On an order from Fabricville online, my mom bought webbing, slide buckles, and parachute clips. The link to the video with that fabric haul is right here at the top of the screen. She's also going to make Vogue 8405, a Vogue accessories pattern that was published in 2007. This package includes patterns and instructions for 4 lined hats, each offered in small, medium, and large. Views A and B have 2 trim options for each hat. The recommended fabrics are twill, embroidered twill, raw silk, piqué, jacquard, home decorating fabrics, and canvas. I've made up Vogue 8405 a few times, and I absolutely love the large brim and the comfortable crown. I think my mom is going to enjoy sewing this pattern as much as I did. The link to the sew along to Vogue 8405 is right here at the top of the screen. She might make a jacket as well. Vogue 1966 is a vintage Vogue jacket and pants pattern from 1975. This semi-fitted, partially lined jacket has a pointed collar on a shaped band, epaulettes with carriers and button trim, front and back yokes, patch pockets with flaps, side slits, short sleeves with turned back cuffs, or full-length sleeves pleated into buttoned band cuffs, a front button simulated band closing, and top stitching. The wide straight leg pants are darted into the waistband with belt carriers, have western pockets, a mock fly front closing, and top stitching. The pattern envelope is shown with purchase tops and a belt. This authentic vintage reproduction includes additional size options and cutting layouts. The recommended fabrics are chino, corduroy, denim, double knits, duck, flannel, gabardine linen, pinwheel corduroy, and poplin, and the lining should be lining fabric. The jacket requires 5/8 of an inch buttons, 13 for view A and 9 for view B. The pants need a 7-inch zipper, size 2 hooks and eyes, and a 1-inch belt. I'm a big fan of 1970s sewing patterns, and I was thrilled that Vogue issued this reproduction. I'm always on the hunt for vintage patterns, but I love when the pattern companies reissue older patterns. I love all the special features on the jacket and pants, such as the epaulettes and western pockets, as well as the interesting shape of the sleeve pattern piece number 18. I love my mom's idea to match the canvas for accessories to the previous fabric we bought from Fabricville, so I chose this printed craft canvas, tic-tac-toe polka dots in navy. This is the same fabric that my mom chose, but in a different color. The burgundy fabric has larger polka dots than my navy fabric. This medium weight canvas is durable and perfect for sewing pants, vests, jackets, skirts, dresses, and bags. It's 100% cotton and machine washable. The Gutermann thread match is stone blue as recommended by Fabricville. This canvas is 44 inches wide or 112 centimeters wide, and I bought 3 meters. It was part of their buy one, get 2 meters free sale, so it was $20.40 total, a savings of $39.57. It broke down to $6.50 a meter. I'm going to make a jacket, McCall's 5528 from 2007. The crop jackets have front princess seams, back stitched inverted pleats, and 3/4 length sleeve variations. Jacket A has a collar and sleeves with stitched inverted pleats. Jacket B has front slits and sleeves gathered with stitched inverted pleats, and Jacket C has front slits and gathered sleeves with cuffs. All views have top stitching. The suggested fabrics are silk linen, gabardine, wool crepe, wool blends, and brocade. And the lining may be made from lining fabrics. All views require 3 1 1/8 inch buttons and 1 3/8 of an inch snap. This pattern was offered in 2 size ranges, 6 to 14 and 14 to 20. I chose the larger size range to get the size 16. I bought this pattern in store at Fabricland around 15 years ago, and I paid $1.99 since it was in the discard bin. I'm really looking forward to making up this pattern. Since I will have some fabric left over, I'm going to make Burda 7223. This is a Burda Young bag pattern, and it reminds me of a bag that I made for myself from a pair of blue corduroy pants when I was in high school. I didn't have a pattern, so I drew one up, and I remember being really happy with the result. I used it every day in high school. The suggested fabrics for views A, B, and C are heavyweight cotton fabrics and denim fabrics, and for views D and E, felt. I love the flap closure and the long shoulder strap, so this bag pattern was exactly what I was looking for. Any leftover fabric will be used to make Vogue 9308. This taffeta pattern is for wide-brimmed misses and children's hats. Views A have purchased ribbon bands and back lacing. View B has a contrast tie, and View C has purchased silk flowers and leaves. All views are lined. The recommended fabrics are silk fabrics such as fail, taffeta, shantung, and dupioni. This fabric uses two types of interfacing to give the hat its shape, so I'm not worried if I use a thicker fabric for it. The next fabric is printed polyester, Olivia, Daisy Small in navy. This polyester fabric is lightweight and made of a fine thread. Although this fabric looks delicate, it tends to be strong and can be used for scarves and overlays. It's best used to sew blouses, dresses, and lined skirts. It's 100% polyester and machine washable, but I'm a bit concerned about throwing it in my washing machine because it has lovely gold accents printed on one side of the fabric. This fabric is 59 inches or 150 centimeters wide, and I ordered 3 meters of it because it was part of the buy 1 meter, get 2 meters free sale. It was $17.32 for all 3 meters, so $5.77 a meter, a savings of $33.65. I'm going to sew Simplicity 5559 from 2003. I love the look of this pattern, and this fabric will make a beautiful summer dress that's lightweight and breezy. This spaghetti strap slip dress in 4 lengths has an asymmetrical hemline with or without a flounce or ruffle. The pattern also comes with a shawl that uses 1 1/4 yards or 1.2 meters of self fabric. The recommended fabrics are challis, crepe, crepe de chine, jacquards, laundered silks and rayons, voile, double georgette, chiffon, and novelty sheer fabrics. One 16-inch zipper is required for this project. Dress A needs 2 3/8 yards of 1 1/2 inch or 2 inch wide flat lace. 1 1/4 yards of pearl trim is optional. If there's a remnant left over that's big enough, I'm going to use it for Simplicity 8376 from 2019. This is a pattern hacking pattern, so it's easy to design, build, and customize my look with their pattern hacking pieces and techniques. I can make a Mrs. Knit top my way with multiple pattern pieces for design hacking. Simplicity's pattern hacking collection is designed to put the creativity in your hands. Starting from basic shapes, use these patterns and instructions to sew unique pieces and build your perfect wardrobe. There are several options presented, but challenge your creativity to look for other unique ways to hack the pattern. The sewing rating on this pattern on the Simplicity website is easy, and it has all sizes in one envelope. The sizes are double extra small to double extra large, or a 29.5 inch to 48 inch bust. 1 package of hem tape is required for this sewing project. The pattern indicates that this is designed to work with stretch knit fabrics such as interlock, jacquard, and jersey. I thought that jacquard was a woven and not a knit, so I googled it. According to BosphorusTextiles.com, jacquard knit fabrics are single jersey fabrics made of circular knitting machines using the jacquard mechanism. They are the simplest method of making pattern fabrics and are produced with interesting patterns which may be combinations of stitches or combinations of yarn types in terms of color textures. It also said jacquard knits have different colored loops made of different threads in the same course. Floats are an inherent feature of single jersey jacquards. They are widely used in the ladies' wear industry and are suitable for tops, skirts, dresses, sturdy leggings, and cardigans. Jacquard knit fabrics are thicker than most knits and are perfect for creating structured tops, jackets, skirts, and dresses. I realize that this lightweight polyester is not listed in the recommended fabrics, but I plan to use it as the back ruffle on view 3, the high-low top, or maybe as the double ruffle on top 2. Then there's printed stretch soft knit Naomi traditional black. This stretch knit fabric, well known as ITY, molds to the body and is wrinkle resistant. It has a silky feel and drapes well. Despite its heavy weight, this ITY will keep its fluidity. It's important to choose a pattern designed for knitted fabrics. And it's great for dresses, tops, sportswear, and loungewear. It's 96% polyester and 4% spandex and machine washable. This ITY is 59 inches or 150 centimeters wide, and I bought 6 meters. 3 for me and 3 for my mom. It was part of the buy one, get 2 meters free sale. The total of this fabric before the sale was $101.94, but I paid $34.65, a savings of $67.29. I'm going to make Simplicity 6082. I bought this stunning vintage pattern from Good Value thrift store for $2. It was published in 1973 and is a jiffy knit dress in 2 lengths. This flared dress is sized for stretch knits only and has a low round neckline, a back zipper, and top stitching trim. The short dress has long set-in sleeves with an approximate length of 36 inches. The long dress has short set-in sleeves. Since it is a jiffy knit dress, it suggested stretchable fabrics. I've made up this dress previously and it's one of my favorites. I chose to make my dress with the longer sleeves and lower calf length rather than ankle length. I didn't add the back zipper since it is a knit dress. I made my dress out of a lovely fabric from the clearance section at Fabricland for $4.25 a meter. It's a wonderful knit polyester with various shades of green, blue, and white flowers on a black background. It's soft and smooth and comfortable to wear. Since it's 100% polyester, it's a great wash and wear fabric. This ITY fabric feels very similar to that polyester knit. In addition to the version that I made up previously, one of my work in progress projects is this dress in a baby blue knit. I bought the baby blue knit fabric from Len's Mill Store during their 75 to 85% off sale. There's 7.5 meters of it, so lots of it. Can you believe that I paid only $4.87 for all of it? The original price of the fabric was $4.61 a meter for a total of $32.50, but I paid $4.87 for all of it. Such a great price. Stay tuned to Budget Sew for the sew along to Simplicity 6082. My mom is going to make new look 6632, a knit empire waist dress pattern. These pull-on dresses in 3 lengths have inseam pockets and 2 sleeve styles, long or cuffed. The cowl neck collar is separate and can be worn depending on your mood. The dress is designed and sized for stretch knit fabrics only, such as double knit, interlock, ponte, modal, sweatshirt fleece, sweater knit, bamboo, and ITY. 1 package of 1/4 inch wide double fold bias tape and 1/4 yard of 3/8 inch wide ribbon is needed for the pockets. Originally, I was leaning towards this pattern too for the fabric, and I still may change my mind. If my mom and I make the same dress out of the same fabric, I'm not worried. We'll just call each other to make sure we don't wear it on the same day when we're planning to see each other. The next fabric is printed sweater knit, abstract flowers in rust. This fabric is for my mom. This knit is wrinkle resistant and has good stretch for added comfort. It's perfect for sewing stylish tops, skirts, dresses, and garments with shirring. Fabricville advised that it's important to choose a pattern designed for knits when creating a garment with this fabric. This sweater knit is 58 inches or 147 centimeters wide, and I bought 3 meters. It's 96% polyester and 4% spandex and machine washable. It was part of the buy 1 meter, get 2 meters free sale. The total price of this fabric before the sale was $56.97, but I paid $19.38, a savings of $37.59. Since this fabric is for my mom, she's going to make Butterick 6857. This pullover top has collar, neckline, and sleeve variations. View A has button detail on both shoulders and long sleeves gathered into cuffs. View B has a button-up collar with button detailing continuing across the shoulder and long sleeves. View C has a button-up collar with button detailing continuing across the shoulders, 3/4 length sleeves, and contrast detailing on the sleeve, cuffs, and collar. This pattern has all sizes in one envelope, extra small to XXL. The suggested fabrics are moderate stretch knits with 35% cross-grain stretch, such as jersey, interlock, French terry, and sweater knits. 6 1/2-inch buttons are required for all views. The next fabric is also for my mom. It's printed polyester Olivia, feathers in navy. This polyester fabric is lightweight and made of a fine thread. Although this fabric looks delicate, it tends to be strong and can be used for scarves and overlays. It's best used to sew blouses, dresses, and lined skirts. This is the same brand and type of fabric as my printed polyester, Olivia Daisy Small in navy. The fabric is 59 inches or 150 centimeters wide, and my mom wanted 3 meters because it was part of the buy 1 meter, get 2 meters free sale. It was $17.32 for all 3 meters, so it worked out to $5.77 a meter, a savings of $33.65. She's going to make McCall's 6704 from 2013. These close-fitting sleeveless pullover tops or dresses have bias neck binding, overlays with narrow hem variations, and stitched hems. The wrong side may show on the overlays. Overlays A and D should be cut on the crosswise grain. The tops and dresses are designed for medium weight, moderate stretch knits, such as jersey and interlock. The contrast overlay and binding is designed for light to medium weight woven fabrics, such as chiffon, georgette, and sequin fabric. The next fabric is printed sweater knit, roses in gold. This knit is wrinkle resistant and has good stretch for added comfort. It's perfect for sewing stylish tops, skirts, dresses, and garments with shirring. Fabricville advised that it's important to choose a pattern designed for knits when creating a garment with this fabric. This sweater knit is 58 inches or 147 centimeters wide, and I bought 3 meters. It's 96% polyester and 4% spandex, and machine washable. It was part of the buy 1 meter, get 2 meters free sale. So the total price of the fabric before the sale was $56.97, but I paid $19.38, a savings of $37.59. The Fabricville website recommended Gutermann Sew-All thread in gold as a thread match for this fabric. I'm going to make Butterick 6248 from 2015. Now, I was surprised to see this pattern on simplicity.com because it is old, but I was thrilled to get it. This pullover tunic that is close fitting through the bust has princess seams and stitched hems. Views A and B have side front pockets, a back godette, and a shaped back hemline where the wrong side shows. View A has short sleeves and views B, C, and D have long sleeves. View B has a cowl neckline, which reminds me of the second pattern I ever sewed. It had a cowl and I loved it. View C has a back overlay, which is really cute, and View D has an oversized collar. Necklines A and C, as well as overlay C, have narrow hems. This pattern is designed for lightweight, moderate stretch knits such as jerseys, sweater knits, and cotton spandex. All views require 1/4 yard of seam binding for the shoulder seams. I opened up this pattern and took a look at the instructions, and I'm really impressed with how the front pocket is constructed for views A and B. This pattern is listed as an easy pattern, but the pocket seems a bit complex. Or maybe it's just me because I've never sewn something like that. Let me know your thoughts on this pattern in the comment section below. The next fabric is solid satin, spectacular in navy. This satin is very light and silky. It's great for sewing blouses, dresses, and skirts. It can be cut on the bias for a fluid drape. The weight is 7 ounces and it is 58 inches or 147 centimeters wide. It's 100% polyester and machine washable. The Gutermann thread match is bright navy according to the Fabricville website. This satin was part of the buy 1 meter, get 2 meters free sale. Since it was on sale, I bought 3 meters. The total price of the fabric before the sale was $44.97, but I paid $15.29, a savings of $29.68. I bought this fabric because I was really impressed at the thought of a satin t-shirt dress, like the one I found in Diana Moden number 88. The dress on pages 14 and 15 is made from satin, flared with a round neck, sit-in sleeves, and a zipper at the center back. It's paired with a collarless coat in a herringbone pattern. The coat is double-breasted with snap fasteners and patch pockets. Mini dresses and coats in vintage 60s styles are a popular combination this year. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to trace this pattern for the dress or use McCall's 8160 from 2021, a pattern for a short sleeve top, dress, pull-in shorts, and pants. This very loose fitting pullover top and dress have a round neckline and short sleeves. The pull-on shorts and pants have an elastic waist. I first saw this pattern in Sewing for My Sanities video, 10 must-have patterns every sewist needs in their collection. She did a fantastic job of sewing this dress in a sequin fabric. I think that the dress is quite similar to the Diana Moden dress, but whichever version I make, I might tack a couple of inches onto the hem so it's not too short for me. All sizes, extra small to double extra large, are included in the envelope, so that would be sizes 4 to 26 for this pattern. The suggested fabrics are cotton flannel, cotton knit, and cotton blends. 1 1/4 yards of 1 inch wide elastic is required for the shorts and pants. Then there's solid velvet knit, Venezia, bench green. This velvet knit fabric has stretch across the grain for added comfort. Its rich appearance and feel is excellent for lounge wear. It has a thick, short pile similar to velveteen. It's 62 inches wide or 157 centimeters wide, and I bought 3 meters. It's 95% polyester and 5% spandex and 100% machine washable. This velvet knit was part of the buy 1 meter, get 2 meters free sale. Since it was on sale, I bought 3 meters. The total price of the fabric before the sale was $44.97, but I paid $15.29, a savings of $29.68. I originally ordered this velvet knit in the color Jade Blue, but Fabricville emailed me to let me know that the fabric was out of stock. They also asked me if I would like to substitute another fabric or add another fabric to the order. I chose the bench green since it is the exact same fabric, but just a different color. I'm going to make new look 6469, an easy just for knits pattern. These knit dresses with raglan sleeves can be mini length with a round neckline and contrast sleeves, or a high neck in one fabric, or above the knee with long sleeves, or a high-low hem with a high neckline and half sleeves. This pattern is sized for stretch knits only, such as double knit, jacquard knits, jersey, and stretch velvet. One 12-inch invisible zipper is required for all views and one hook and eye for views B and C. I'm leaning towards view C with the 3/4 length sleeves and the longer skirt. The finished back length of the dress from the base of the neck would be 37 3/4 inches for a size 16, so I might just lengthen the pattern by a couple inches. Then there's stretch satin, lush in color spectra, a deep green. This pretty fabric in a medium weight is ideal for the creation of blazers, dresses, and pants. It's made of 95% polyester and 5% spandex, which gives enough stretch for ultimate comfort for your apparel. And it's also machine washable. The Gutermann thread match for this fabric is also called Spectra. This stretch satin is 44 inches wide or 122 centimeters, and it was on sale. This knit was part of the buy one, get 2 meters free sale. Since it was on sale, I bought 3 meters. The total price of the fabric before the sale was $44.97, but I paid $15.29, a savings of $29.68. I'm going to sew McCall's 7122, a pattern for a raglan tunic, dresses, and leggings from 2022. This pullover tunic and dresses that are close-fitting through the bust have a neckband and a narrow hem. The tunic has side slits, and views A, C, and D have long sleeves. Dress B has cap sleeves, and dress D has a back slit. The close-fitting leggings have an elasticized waist, no side seams, and a stitched hem. I felt that the leggings were a little bonus with this pattern. McCall's 7122 is designed for beginners with easy-to-follow instructions and basic sewing tips. With this pattern, you can learn to attach a neckband, sew raglan sleeves, sew with flattering, easy-to-fit knit, and create a machine-stitched hem. This pattern is designed for medium-weight, moderate stretch knits, such as cotton knits, jerseys, and interlock. The only notion needed is 1 1/4 yards of 3/4 inch wide elastic for the leggings. My mom was watching a Viv Mom Sews video, and Viv whipped up this pattern beautifully. My mom called me and asked me to check out the pattern on the Simplicity website, and I just had to have it, so I bought one of them for my mom and one for me. It came in 2 size ranges, extra small to medium for my mom, and large to double extra large for me. This pattern suggests that you should share your make with the hashtag #AmaraMcCalls. I might just do that when I'm done. Then there's Sweater Knit, Alana in Midnight. This knit is wrinkle resistant and has good stretch for added comfort. It's perfect for sewing stylish tops, skirts, dresses, and garments with shirring. The Fabricville website indicated that it's important to choose a pattern designed for knits when creating a garment with this fabric. It's 96% polyester and 4% spandex and machine washable. It's 59 inches wide or 150 centimeters wide and 3 meters long. This is another fabric that was included in the buy 1 meter, get 2 meters free sale. The total before the sale was $56.97, but I paid $19.38, a savings of $37.59. When I ordered this fabric from the Fabricville website, I didn't know that there were sequins on it, so it was a wonderful surprise when I opened my order. I'm going to make new look 6415 from 2015. This tunic length top with various asymmetrical hemlines has sleeve options from sleeveless to long. This is an easy just for knits pattern. Now, I don't usually buy a lot of garments or patterns with asymmetrical hemlines, but I just had to have this one. I made a top very similar to View B when I was in college. The angle of the hem was greater, and I made it out of a red textured knit. I think it was a polyester. I wore it with a pair of jeans with appliqued flames up the side seams. I cut out yellow denim in the shape of flames and then used red thread to applique them to the jeans. The suggested fabrics are stretch knits only, such as double knit, interlock, jersey, jacquard, single knit, velour, and sweater knits, and no notions are required for this project. This pattern has all sizes in one envelope, extra small to extra large, or 6 to 24. Since I have 3 meters of this fabric, there's still some left over for another sewing project. I'm going to make McCall 7254, View D. This pattern is for cardigans with shawl collar variations. These unlined cardigans are close fitting. View A and the armholes of views B and D have a narrow hem. View B has contrast panels and view D has a purchase toggle closing. Both are sleeveless. Views B, C, D, and E have a self-lined front that extends into a shawl collar and back peplum. Views A, C, and E have a stitched hem on the sleeves. The pattern has a note that there are no provisions provided for an above waist adjustment. This pattern is designed for medium weight, moderate stretch knits such as sweater knits, interlock, cotton knit, and sweatshirt fleece. The required notions for all views are 1/4 yard of seam binding and 1 pair of toggles for view D. I think that these cardigans will look great with pants as well as over dresses. The vest would look great with the Clara top, an easy to sew top. It's a long sleeve knit top with a jewel neckline from the fall-winter 2023-2024 issue of My Image magazine. The next fabric is Taffeta Grace Navy. Taffeta is an excellent fabric for bridal and evening gowns. It's crisp, smooth, and has a lustrous tonal sheen. It's perfect for sewing skirts, dresses, blouses, as well as lining for coats and jackets. This fabric is 60% polyester and 40% polyamide and must be hand washed. It's 57 inches or 145 centimeters wide, and I bought 3 meters since it was part of the buy 1 meter, get 2 meters free sale. It was on sale for $5.77 a meter overall. The original price of the fabric was $50.97, but I paid $17.32, a savings of $33.65. When I ordered this fabric online, it appeared to be a very dark navy. However, when I received it, it was a very dark purple. I was going to contact Fabricville to confirm the color they sent me, but my mom said it looked beautiful and she took it instead. She doesn't have a pattern in mind yet, but whatever she makes with it will be wonderful. I was going to make new look 6642, a Mrs. Skirt pattern in 3 lengths. These skirts have a raised waistline with a front notch detail. They have a front seam, a pleat, or bow detail. The long skirt, view A, has a graduated hem. The skirts zip fasten at the side. The recommended fabrics are brocade, cotton types, crepe, crepeback satin, lightweight denim, lightweight linens, sateen, silky types, taffeta, and velveteen. 1 9-inch invisible zipper is required for all views, and view C needs 1 1/4 yards of 7/8 of an inch wide ribbon. The next fabric is corded lace Virginia in stone blue. This fabric is for my mom. The description says, lace always adds a classic touch to your bridal or special occasion dresses. This lace is 100% polyester, but it should be hand washed. The fabric is 57 inches or 145 centimeters wide, and I bought 3 meters. This lace is part of their buy 1 meter, get 2 meters free sale. The original price of the fabric was $59.97, but I paid $20.40, which broke down to $6.80 a meter. This lace has beautiful sequins woven in, and they just sparkle. My mom is going to make new look 6500. This classic cut shift dress is sleeveless or has 3/4 length sleeves with or without a ruffle. The dress can be perfectly paired with tweed or denim fabrics to add a raw fringe edge to the pocket or neckline. It can also be worn with a chain belt. It's an average sew in all sizes. 10 to 22 are in 1 envelope. The suggested fabrics are broadcloth, brocade, chiffon, cotton types, double georgette, eyelet, lace, lightweight denim, linen types, madras, piqué, poplin, sateen, satin, and silky types. Then I bought 2 copies of Kwik Sew 4215 from 2017. We both really wanted a Kwik Sew pattern, and since they're no longer in print, we decided to buy Kwik Sew 4215 for $12.99 each. These empire waist dresses have round necklines, front princess seams, side ties, a center back zipper, and a flared skirt. View A is a mid-knee length dress with 3/4 length sleeves with a ruffle. View B is an ankle length dress with a left side slit, a contrast bodice front with a V opening and lace trim, 3/4 length sleeves with lace trim and flounce. This pattern is designed for light to medium weight woven fabrics such as crepes, challis, wool blends, cotton types, jerseys, and interlock. One 22-inch zipper and hook and eye are required. View B also needs 1 3/4 yard of 1.5 to 2 inch wide lace trim. This pattern came with all sizes, extra small to extra large, in one envelope. I love the look of View B with the long skirt and lace trim. I think I might make this up with one of the sheet sets that I bought from Amazon, and I have some beautiful lace from Mission thrift stores. Next, I bought some unique lingerie elastic. It came in 3 colors, so I bought 4 packages of each color: white, black, and beige. 2 packages of each color are for me, and the other 2 packages of each color are for my mom. The elastic is 11 millimeters wide by 1.4 meters long. I paid $1.60 for each package, on sale from $2. This is picot edged lace. It's usually stitched directly onto fabric and commonly used for waistbands and leg bands on lingerie, and I plan to use this to make underwear. I like to make use of every scrap of fabric, so I think that panties would make a great scrap buster. I found a free sewing pattern online that I would like to try out, but there are plenty more free sewing patterns online. I'm going to make the blank slate panties that I found on the Melly Sews website. These panties are bikini style and come in sizes extra extra small to 3XL. You can download the pattern for free if you subscribe to their newsletter, which I did, or you can pay for the pattern with printable instructions. The last items I bought were unique clear elastic. I bought 2 packages of the 10 millimeter width by 3 meters long and 2 packages of the 6 millimeter wide elastic by 5 meters long. I'm keeping 1 package of each for myself, and the other packages are from my mom. This elastic was on sale for $3.19 each, marked down from $4.49. This clear polyurethane elastic maintains excellent strength and elasticity when sewn through. It's chlorine, salt, and urine resistant and ideal for swimwear, baby wear, activewear, lingerie, or as shoulder hangers for knit tops. It can be used to add lightweight stretchability without bulk or gathering. And it can also be used in necklines to hold shape. I bought this clear elastic for Butterick 4526 from 2021. I'm quite sure that this pattern was published long before 2021 because I remember looking at this pattern years and years ago. I checked the sewingpatternreview.com website and there was a post from 2020, so this pattern is an oldie but a goodie. This lined 1-piece or 2-piece swimsuit has neckline variations, front darts, a low back, and panty shield. Views A and B are braless. Views C and D have custom cup sizes for A, B, or CD bra cup. The wrap laps in the front and ties at the back neck. This pattern comes in 2 size combinations, 6 to 12 or 14 to 20. The recommended fabrics for the swimsuits are 2-way stretch knits only, such as nylon spandex and polyester spandex. The wrap can be in chiffon, gauze, and crepe de chine. And all swimsuit views require the elastic. I have some green printed swimsuit fabric that I bought at a fabric store closing sale that I could use for this make. It was $6 a meter and there were 3.2 meters left on the bolt. I used a 7-inch strip of this fabric previously to lengthen a knit wrap dress, but I have plenty of it left over from my swimsuit. The link to the video with the lengthened dress is right here at the top of the screen. I hope you enjoyed my Fabricville fabric haul. Subscribe to BudgetSew for more great videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.